Hey everyone, my name is Riley and this video is a complete in-depth guide on the HubSpot Marketing Hub. Whether you are brand new to HubSpot or you are an existing user that wants to deepen your knowledge on the Marketing Hub, this video is going to contain all of the information that you need to become a HubSpot marketing expert. We will be taking a look at how you can set up the marketing dashboard in the most effective way. We will also be taking a look at the HubSpot Ads Manager as well as the email marketing, how you can craft and send incredible emails, build beautiful landing pages, and also manage all of your social media from inside of HubSpot. All you need to do is follow along with this tutorial and you will walk away an absolute expert in the HubSpot marketing game. With that intro out of the way, let's jump right into the tutorial. The very first thing that we need to do is go ahead and sign up to HubSpot. If you use the first link down in the description, you will be able to sign up for a completely free HubSpot account. So if you clicked on that link, you will be taken through to this page right here where you can sign up for your free HubSpot account. All you have to do is click on this button right here, and then you can go ahead and create your free HubSpot account. Now, I have of course already done this, so just go through and create your account and I will meet you in the HubSpot dashboard. So the very first thing that we are going to be covering when you first jump into HubSpot and especially the Marketing Hub is this main dashboard right here. Now, I do want to preface by saying that I'm currently on a free trial. This is not my main HubSpot account that I use for my team. There's just a lot of things on there that may confuse you or I don't particularly want to blur out. However, I do have access to all of the marketing tools on this account, so I will be able to run you through this entire guide. As I was saying though, the dashboard is super important, and this is one of the handiest things that we can have from this entire marketing section as a business owner or even an employee. So right here under create a dashboard from scratch, we don't want to do this, but what we can do is if we scroll down, we can see we have marketing and marketing channel performance. We also do have a few different dashboards, like we have this chat and email overview. These are mainly for people who are in customer service. And then we have sales, sales manager, and a few sales ones down here. Now, don't worry if you are not specifically using this for marketing. We can actually have multiple of these dashboards, like we can have a marketing and a sales one that we switch between. However, we are just going to be covering marketing in this video. Now, the main difference between marketing and marketing channel performance is marketing channel performance is more directed towards ads or organic social media content, whereas marketing is more focused on website performance. So what you can do is we can click into both of these and you can see exactly what is included on this dashboard. Now we can add things to this dashboard, we can take certain things away. So don't think if you look at both of these and say, hey, marketing channel performance would be better for me. However, this marketing dashboard has one specific tool down here that I would want to use. Don't worry, by choosing one, you are not losing access to these other reports down here. We can add these in later. So in this example, I'm going to go with marketing channel performance. We can see what reports are included in this dashboard. So looking down, if for example, I don't really care about the new visitor session, I can just turn this off. And then once you have decided what report you want to include, we can click on next. You can customize the dashboard name if that's something that you want to do. And then you can also choose who has access to this dashboard. So if you have other team members that are using HubSpot, you can allow them to view and edit, maybe even have it so they can only view this, or you can set this completely to private so nobody else can see this apart from you. So once you have selected the access, we can click on create dashboard, and just like this dashboard has now been created. So if we just click on this HubSpot logo, we are now taken over to the main dashboard right here. So this dashboard has now been populated. However, of course, we do not yet have any data because we haven't input any data in. We haven't connected any ads up to this yet. But as you can see, we have these different areas. So we have contacts most recently created by source, total form submissions, landing page submission totals, and right now, all of these are in the last 30 days. To change any of these, all we have to do is click into this settings icon. And then we can choose the date range. So we could change this from the last 30 days to maybe the last 60 days. Click on update. And as you can see, this one specifically has been changed to the last 60 days. The other ones are going to remain as 30 until we click into here and then actually go ahead and change these ourselves. Each of these individual sections is also super customizable. We can click into these 3 dots on the specific report that you want to change. And then we can either refresh the report to keep it up to date, clone this, and then all this is going to do, we'll just leave this as a clone so that you can clearly see. And then if we go ahead and add this, this is now going to be added and it should be right down here at the bottom. You can see the clone right here. We can also go ahead and export this, rename this, share this report, move this, change the owner, add this to dashboard, remove from dashboard, or delete. Now, if we click on delete, I wouldn't recommend doing this because what this is going to do is delete the entire report. Instead, if you just want to remove it from this specific dashboard, click on remove from dashboard, and then that's going to remove the report from the dashboard. You can also change the order of these reports by simply clicking and dragging, and then this is going to relocate all of these different reports so that you can order them in the way that you want to order them. You can also add in new reports into this dashboard by going up to the top here, clicking on add report, and then we just want to go down and click on create report. Right here, we can see all of the different reports that we can add. So we can search reports. We can choose whether this is a single object. We can add specific filters up here, or we can just go through and choose from any of these. So in this example, maybe I want to add in this report for landing pages by most total views. I can simply select this, choose the date range right here, and then click on save. Save and add. And then this is now going to be added to the report. So if I now back out and go to the bottom again, you can see the landing page by most total views is going to be right here. And then once again, I can go ahead and reorder this and place it wherever I like. So that is the main marketing dashboard right here. And this is super helpful for just being able to log into HubSpot and taking a look at your whole marketing channel at a glance. You can also create new dashboards. For example, maybe you want to create different marketing dashboards that hold different sets of data. We can go up and create a dashboard right here. And then once again, select what we want. So maybe we could go for a sales dashboard. In this example, I'm just going to go with marketing once again and go for the website performance one. And then we can click on next. The same as last time, create this dashboard. And just like this, we have this brand new dashboard right here. We can select between the two dashboards by clicking on the dashboard name right at the top. And then as you can see, we have both of the dashboards here, the marketing one that I just added and the marketing channel performance that I created originally. The next thing that we are going to be taking a look at is ads. So if we go up to the marketing section at the top and click on this drop down menu, the very top option right here is going to be ads. So we can go ahead and click into this, and what I'm not going to do is connect up one of my ad accounts, as I'm not sure what that's going to do, if it's going to throw off tracking, if it's going to affect my other data. However, I can show you exactly how this works by going through the HubSpot demo right here. So I'm just going to say I've never run ads before, why not? Then we can click start demo, and this is going to take us to the ads dashboard. So right here, we can see contact created by date. Of course, we can add in different things to this dashboard that we want to see. But right now, this is showing us contacts created by date. And right here, we have a bar graph of all of the contacts that have come in from the ad channels on each specific day. So we can see across all of the different ad channels that we have. On the 27th of December, in this example, we brought in 8 contacts. Then on the 28th, we brought in 7, 29th, 6, and so on and so forth. This next section is going to be the ads dashboard, where we can see campaigns and audiences. And the awesome thing about this is within HubSpot, you can essentially take away the need of going into the Facebook Business Manager or whatever other managers you are using to run ads. Right here, we can get a total overview of all of the campaigns that we have. Right now, this is blank, but this is going to propagate with the name of the ad account name. So if you are running ads on multiple different ad accounts, I know this is definitely the case with Facebook, as Facebook are quite notorious for shutting down ad accounts, but you can see the ad account name right here, so you can have all of your ad accounts and creatives in one place. We then have an overview of impressions, clicks, total contacts, cost per contact, and amount spent. And later on, through this tutorial that HubSpot gave, I think it actually shows us an example, so I will show you that later on. Next, we can click into lead generation. And right here, this is literally where we can create our ads inside of HubSpot instead of using the Facebook Business Manager. Now, I should mention that if you still want to use the Facebook Business Manager to create your ads, but you still want to manage all of your ads inside of HubSpot, you absolutely can do that. This is just an example, and this is just showing us what you can do. But as I say, in here you can choose the Facebook page, you can choose the image and ad creative, change up the headline, add the body, call to action, all of this good stuff. We can then go into targeting, choose all of the targeting right here. We can also set up lookalike audiences and audiences inside of HubSpot as well. And then once this is all created, you have all of your targeting on here. We can see the amount of people, just like we can in the Facebook Business Manager. You can click on publish, and just like that, this ad is now running. So as I said earlier, HubSpot does give us this example where it shows us the ad name, shows us whether the ad is on or off, which we can turn on and off inside of HubSpot. We can see the ad impressions right here. We can see the ad click-through rate, the total amount of clicks that this got, as well as the cost per click, and then the actual conversion rate of the ad, as well as how many contacts this ad has given us with a cost per lead underneath. We can also see the amount spent of the ad, as well as the total ROI. However, this right here is locked, and I think you do need to pay extra for this. Inside of here, you can also click into the contacts, for example, and this is going to show us the exact contact that pops up, the lifecycle stage, the date created, the total submissions that this person gave, and then we can click into here and see the dashboard of this specific contact. So depending on what you are selling and the sales cycle, you can potentially call this person straight from HubSpot, you can email them, log them, give them a task, set a note up on this person's account, and see all of the information down here, as well as the ads activity. So that is just an example of the ad section right here. You can connect this up to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Google Ads. And to actually connect up all of your ad accounts, we can just click on here. And then as I say, we just go through and connect everything through here. Next, let's take a look at email. So in the email section, before I go ahead and actually create an email, I will explain how this entire section and dashboard works. So right here, this is the main manage dashboard where we will see all of the different emails that we have created. And I will show you this in detail once we start creating emails. Over here, we have the analyze section, and this is where we can get an overview of how our emails are doing. So right here, we can specifically sort this by campaign. I don't have any, but if you do, you can choose which email campaign you want to select and get the data for right here. We can also choose this by email type, whether this is an automated, newsletter, RSS, blog, anything like this. And then most importantly, we have the time zone. So we can see how the emails we sent yesterday did, the last week, the last month, everything like this. In recipient engagement, this is where we can see how people have been engaging with the email. We can see how many emails we have sent, what the open rate of those emails are, the click rate, so how many people actually clicked on the link in the email, the click-through rate for this, and then also the reply rate to the email. We also have delivery, so the delivery rate, hard bounce rate, unsubscribe rate, and spam report rate, and then email performance reports are going to be down here. We also have a data chart and a few more things down here that are a little bit granular, and I'm not going to go into too much detail with in this beginner tutorial. And then we also have this health section at the top, which is a relatively new thing that has been added by HubSpot, but is absolutely fantastic. This is where you can see the overall email health that you have for your domain. If your health gets like really bad, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and switch up the domain that you are using. But right here, we can see the open rate, the click-through rate, the hard bounce, the unsubscribe. And right here, it also gives us a benchmark. So what we should be aiming for as an absolute minimum for each of these. You can also see your score over time to get an idea of, were recent emails better than past emails, were past emails better than recent emails, so on and so forth. And then we also have a score and an overall view of each month by month. But let's now go back and I will show you how we can go ahead and create an email. So let's just click create an email right here, and then we can choose an email type. So regular, this is just going to be a one-off email, usually called a newsletter on other email marketing tools. We then have automated, where we can create either one email or a sequence of emails that is automatically going to be sent out when we set this up, or blog and RSS emails. So let's first of all go in and create a regular email right here. And right here, we can see all of the templates that we have to choose from on HubSpot. So we can see we have like an announcement template, ebook template, newsletter template, event invite, all of this good stuff right here. Let's go for a new product launch and just select this. And then in here, super simple. It's literally a drag and drop editor. So let's say we want to change this text at the top. All we have to do is click into this and say, get these new shoes, something like this. And that is going to change. We can click into images, for example, and then over on this left-hand side, this is going to be the main control panel. This is where we can go through and edit the image. So I can click into here with replace and then upload an image from my device. Let's just do this as an example, and I will upload this thumbnail for a video that I created earlier. As you can see, that is then going to change. We can click into things like buttons, and then once again, we control this using this main control panel on the left-hand side. So we can choose where we want to link this. If people click on the button by adding the link right here, we can change the button text, subscribe, why not? We can then change the font, the color, and everything like this. So the email maker is super simple. We can also rearrange different sections by hovering over the section and then clicking on this kind of blue line right here. And then all we have to do is drag this beneath different sections. So as you can see, I'm dragging this lower and lower, bringing this further down, just like that. We can also add in new elements. So for example, if I want to add in social media icons, I can drag social from this left-hand side, bring it into the center, and then link all of my different social medias using the main control panel on this left-hand side. Then once you have finished with your email, this one looks absolutely fantastic. It's just an example, let's go with it. Instead of clicking review and send like you usually would on most email marketing software, you will see if we try this, it's going to give us a bunch of things that are wrong. So instead, what we need to do is go into the settings, and this is where we can change things up. So right here, we have the from name. We can go ahead and add in a new name. So maybe I just want to add this as like Riley instead of Riley Holden. Then we can choose the from address. So right here, you can see that this is a Gmail address, which is not the best idea. If I send this email from a Gmail address, it's very likely going to end up in spam. So instead, what you need to do is click on add email address. And right here, this is where you can add your professional email. So I could go for riley@gforcenorth.com. And as you can see, now I have my professional email set up right there. Under the subject line, this is where we can make a title of this email. So I could say like, get your free shoes. We can also add some preview text, the language, select a campaign. So when creating a campaign, let's go ahead and add this to new shoes. Let's create new shoes campaign right here. You can also change like the campaign color. Not super important. This is more inside of HubSpot so that your team don't get confused. You can also add a campaign owner, so who's in charge of this, the start date, the goal, and everything like that. I'm just going to leave this as it is and then go to send our schedule. And right here, this is where we can choose the recipients and who is going to get this email. So we can either choose an individual recipient. These are the two contacts that I currently have in my HubSpot account. Let's choose this one right here. And then you can choose whether to send now or schedule for later. So let's just save this and exit out. And now let's actually go ahead and take a look at when creating an email, how we go ahead and do the automation. So very simple. It's the exact same as we did before. Instead of going with the shoes, let's just go with this one right here. Exact same thing where we create the email, move everything around, the exact same drag and drop editor. The only difference is going to be that when we review and publish, let's just publish this. What we can then do is create a workflow right here. So let's just go ahead and choose a new one, create a new workflow right here. And this is where we can go ahead and actually start creating this. So we can choose whether this is contact-based, company-based, deal-based, ticket-based, whoopsie, or quote-based. Let's go for contact. This is probably the main one that people are going to go with. And then I'm going to select this as a blank workflow. From here, we can click on next. And this is where I can now go ahead and actually set up this workflow. So the first thing that we need to do is add a trigger right here. And that is going to be when an event occurs. And I'm going to set this up as when somebody goes ahead and enters their email. So a form submission, and then I will go ahead and should contacts be re-rolled in this workflow? So no, only enroll each contact once and then click save. So as we can see, the first thing that happens is somebody enters in their email into the form. Then I'm going to click on add and then decide what is going to happen here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and send an email right here and then choose the email, the one that we just created. From here, I'm then going to click on save. And just like that, I set up this automation so that as soon as somebody enters that form, it sends an email. Then I can go ahead and let's go for a delay on set amount of time. Then I will set this to 1 day and then add something new. Then go for another email, add this in right here and then choose a second email. I only have one, but let's just imagine this was a second email. Essentially, that is how we can set up the workflow right there. So right now, this is going to be they enter in the form, then it sends them an email, wait 1 day, send them another email, then we can go to wait 1 more day. I think you guys get the idea right now of how this works. Once that is done, we can click on review and publish. Then in this section, we can do things like adding existing contacts. We can change the triggers. We can go down and choose the re-enrollment. Like I never like to turn this on. I always say that contacts can't be re-enrolled, as this essentially stops people from getting marketed to twice, like receiving a duplicate email. However, for some people, especially if this is a longer sales cycle, maybe people went 3 months into the pipeline, then forgot about it, and now they're interested again. This might be a good idea, but it's really up to personal preference. We can then choose if this specific workflow has relationships with other workflows. We can also choose to do certain things like when a contact no longer meets the criteria. Right now, this is set to will stay. I would recommend turning this to like won't stay, so we can go edit and then say remove them from all workflows, just like that. We can also choose when the workflow will be executed. So maybe this is just Monday to Friday. You can really select this depending on how you work. And really, this is super customizable. And you really want to use this to fit it to exactly your company's needs. So let's now back out of workflows right here. And the next thing that we are going to be talking about is the landing pages section. So in here, this is where you can actually create landing pages within HubSpot that you can send different traffic to. Whether you are promoting organically on social media or running ads, you can build all of your landing pages inside of HubSpot. And it's really handy to have all of this in one place rather than using different software like ClickFunnels and then having MailChimp or MailerLite to do your emails. HubSpot is super handy because it has all of this in one place. So let's just go to get started. And with this website right now, of course, I haven't connected an actual domain. So we just get given this default one, but let's just call this test. And then we can create a page. And right here, this is where we can choose our theme. So the default one is going to be growth right here. We can go ahead and preview this. And to be honest, I don't think this looks the best. It's not terrible, but it's just not the best theme that's out there. So what we can do is you can either use this, set this to active theme, or we can go to view themes in the marketplace. And this is going to take us over to the theme library where there is a ton of free themes. So we can choose from any of these. You can also see the star rating and the amount of installs that these have. And I like the look of Focus, so I'm just going to go with this. Once you find the template or the theme, I should say, that you like, just go ahead and we can preview this. And this is how this website is going to look. Now, I much prefer this over the other one, so this is the one I'm going to go with. And then once you have found the theme that you like, just click on View Details, and then we can go ahead and install this theme right here. So let's just go Install. And then as you can see, this theme is going to be installed. We can then go ahead and choose this if we want this to be the active theme and start building the site, set as active theme and edit theme settings, or just back out. I'm going to set this as active, create this page, and this is now going to take me into the actual theme builder. So from here, these are all of the theme templates that we can get inside of the Focus theme that I just installed. And I always like to start off building my websites and funnels with the homepage. So I'm just going to go home right here, click on select template, and let's just skip this tutorial. And this is the website builder. So this is pretty similar to the email in the fact that this is drag and drop. So you can see this website is made up of different sections. So this top section is between these two blue lines right here. Then the second section is going to be between these two blue lines, then these two blue lines, and so on and so forth. To edit any of the text and images, once again, all we have to do is click into the text or the image that you would like to change. And then sometimes it's going to let you edit this straight up on the website just by deleting. Other times it's going to be on this left-hand side. So you can see this one, for example, we have to edit the text on this left-hand side. Hello, please subscribe, something like this. And you can see this shows up right here. Other times we are able to literally go straight to the text right here and just delete this and start typing out what we want to type straight on the website. With images, it's the same thing where we can click in and then use this control panel on the left-hand side to go ahead and remove, replace the image once again, choose the size, add different links. So if we want this image to be clickable, people click it and are taken somewhere, we can add a link down here. So that is overall really how we can do everything that we need to on the website. We also do have this toolbar at the top for if you want to make the text bold, for example, underline the text, change the alignment and certain things like this. But as I say, it's drag and drop, super simple. If you want to add in new elements, we just click on this add section, and then you can see we have like this theme right here where we can add in a lot of different things. So a text with an image, we can drag in right there, and that is going to be added in. So if you do decide to actually build a website on HubSpot, it's more of a thing of just playing around with this, editing all of these different sections, adding in new things, and really seeing just what fits your website and what looks good. So that is the website section right there. And the next thing that we are going to be covering is social media. So right here in this social section, this is where we can manage all of our social media accounts in one place. We can get reports, we can get statistics across all of the different social media posts, campaigns. You can actually create and schedule posts from inside of HubSpot. And any brand mentions that you get, any comments, anytime somebody tags you, you can go ahead and see them all in here. I'm just going to go ahead and connect up Twitter. And if you are a business account, you can select this right here that will report on posts published from all sources. So inside of the app, if you are posting, then HubSpot will give you data on that. Or we also have this option, which is only going to report on posts specifically published from inside of HubSpot. Just as an example, I'm going to go with this option right here. As you can see, my Twitter account is now linked. We can then go through, let's go default. Publish now by default, so we can choose whether we want to publish all of our posts now or whether we want to schedule them. Publish like a human. So this is effectively if you are scheduling posts and you schedule them at like 10 a.m., 10:30, 12:30, it can look a little bit sus and like this is being scheduled. So what you can do is choose this on, And if you go to schedule a post at 10:30, then it might actually send the post out at 10:23 to make it look more natural and spontaneous. You can also choose post delays, publish from your browser without having to go through the HubSpot social tool. You effectively do this through the Chrome extension. And then you can also choose to connect up a Bitly account. I'm just going to leave these all as they are, go through, and then we can go ahead and create a post. So let's skip this, maybe later. And then what I can do is post on my Twitter here and say something like, hello, I am trying out HubSpot. I can then add media if I want to add an image or a video to this. I can then choose the publishing options, whether I want to publish now. Let's schedule this for later. Let's go 11:02 a.m. And then we can also choose if we want to add this to a campaign. Then all I have to do is click on schedule. Let's actually do this, and then I can just delete this because I don't actually want to post this. But then as we can see, in the schedule section, this is going to show up right here. All of your published posts that you have published through HubSpot are going to show up right here. Any that were unsuccessful for any reason will show up here, and then any drafts. Now, in the meantime, if you have a scheduled post and you want to edit this, we can go in and just change this. And then what I'm going to do is just delete this just like that. Over here, we can monitor and see any new activity. We can see any conversations that are on your posts, any new activity, any interactions, any new Twitter followers. If you have Instagram and Facebook connected, it will also show up different friend requests, Instagram followers, and everything like that. And then we can go over here to analyze, take a look at a glance at audience, publish posts, any clicks through your posts, any shares that your posts have, how many impressions your posts have. And this is a fantastic way to get a much more in-detailed view of all of your social media posts while having them all in the same place using HubSpot. Scrolling down, we also have this website section where we can actually go ahead and create a blog through HubSpot. We can either start this from scratch, or they also have this generate with AI. So we can click in right here and create a brand new blog using AI. So in this example, I'm just going to say the best gaming laptops of 2024. We can then choose the country of target audience. I'm going to leave this as US. We can then go next. And right here, this is going to bring us up a title that is created by AI. So right here, we have a few different options that we can choose from. We then have this, which is the search volume. So we can see how many times this exact keyword has been searched per month. So this one is by far the best. And then we can also see the difficulty to rank. Now, under difficulty to rank, the lower this is, the easier this is to rank. So this one right here, we can see it has much higher monthly search volume. It's easier to rank. So I'm going to go for this one. We can then click on next. And right here, this is going to completely create a post for us with AI. So we can first of all choose a paragraph header. So right here, we can see the description that this is going to give us. We then have all of the different paragraph headers. If you want to change any of these, we can hit this button and then it's going to change that. We can also delete them right here. And then we can generate the blog post. And this is going to generate the entire blog post for us that we can post to our blog. Just like that, we now have a complete blog post that we have created for us. If you want to go in and edit this, we can just click and start editing right here. We can also change the font, the text, everything like this using this top bar once again. And that is how you can create a blog using AI on HubSpot. Backing out of this, we can see the blog post is right here. Right now, this is a draft, so we could go ahead and publish this and then edit all of these settings in this section right here. So that is my complete HubSpot marketing tutorial. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.